Thank you for joining this lesson. We're going to study trigonometric equations. Solve for x in the equation 6, the cosine squared of x minus the sine of x minus 4 equals to 0 for x ranging between 0 degrees to 180 degrees. Remember to subscribe and to share this link with friends. The first thing I'm going to do is to apply trigonometric identities, whereby I will say the sine squared of an angle x plus the cosine squared of an angle x is usually equal to 1. This means we can express the identity with cosine squared of x as the subject minus the sine squared of x. So cosine squared of x equals to 1 minus the sine squared of x. And now instead of this, we can have it substituted. So 6 into 1 minus the sine squared of x minus the sine of x minus 4 is equivalent to 0. So we're going to have in this one 6 minus 6 the sine squared of x minus the sine of x minus 4 equals to 0. Therefore, we can have we can rearrange this equation to have this is negative 6 the sine squared of x minus the sine of x. This is 6 minus 4, so we get a positive 2 equals to 0. This means we can now rearrange the equation to begin with 6 sine of x when it goes to the other side. So it will be 6 sine squared of x. This to the other side, it becomes positive. The sine of x, this one becomes negative 2 equals to 0. We can let the sine of x to be a certain unknown like t, so that this becomes 6t squared plus t minus 2 equals to 0. And with this, we can solve the quadratic equation now, whereby we will need a product of a times c, which gives us negative 12 because it is 6 and negative 2, and a summation of 2, which is summation of b, which is 1, the coefficient of t at this point. Therefore, the two factors which when multiplied, they give us negative 12, and added, we get positive 1, should be 4 and negative 3. So now we can apply them at this point, and we have 6t squared positive 4t minus 3t minus 2 equals to 0. We factor out whatever is common. We have 2t. So this will be 3t plus 2 minus 1 into 3t plus 2 equals to 0. This means we can have 3t plus 2 and 2t minus 1 equals to 0. Then when we solve now, this factored out equals to 0, and this one independently also equals to 0. We will have t equals to negative 2 out of 3, or t equals to 1 out of 2. But remember, we had let t to be equivalent to the sine of x. Therefore, if sine of x equals to negative 2 out of 3, or the sine of x equals to half, then we can talk of now the value of x as the sine inverse of half. Let me deal with this one, sine inverse of half, and x will be shift sine half. We are getting 30 degrees Or we can get the acute angle O sine inverse equals to, or O sine is 2 over third, 2 over 3. Then we see that acute angle in the quadrants where sine is negative. All trigonometric ratios are positive, sines are positive, tangents are positive, and cosines are positive. Therefore, we need an acute angle. When I take shift sine, of 2/3, I'm getting 41.81. But now I need 41.81 in this quadrant and also in this one. Yeah, in those two quadrants. Therefore, the other values of x are going to be 41.18 in the third quadrant is going to be 180 plus 41 so it is going to be 221.81, or the same acute angle of 41 in this quadrant, whereby it will be 360 minus 41.81. This is going to be 318.19 degrees. Now that we are given a range for the values of x, it means we will only work with x being equal to 30, because x is going to be equal to 30, or elsewhere where this angle will have the same sign is in the second quadrant. So 30 degrees measured in the second quadrant is going to be 150 degrees. So the two angles which satisfy the above equation are 30 degrees and 150 degrees.